It's
All right,
awesome.
brother, listen, we're going to run out of time if we, and
Yep,
it's going to come quicker if we don't talk about this. Tell us what the Martyrs Walk is, and tell the folks what you guys did to help the folks last month with this Hurricane Helene that came through Western North Carolina, our home state here. Tell us first what the Martyrs Walk is.
Sure. Yeah, so the Martyrs Walk is a Catholic men's boot camp that we kicked off a little over a year ago. It is it's an exercise of faith and fellowship, brotherhood. We basically take the principles of St. Ignatius, the four last things: death, judgment, heaven, and hell, kind of in the retreat model, but we combine them with a military-style boot camp, and we take them in on a journey of faith. We show them that they were, made for more. They're capable of more, contrary to what the world, the flesh, and the devil have convinced them otherwise. And the reason why our world's suffering so much is because men have stepped off to the sidelines. They haven't fulfilled their duties. And we are trying to re-engage men into their faith and their families and their church and their world, one man at a time. So that's the Martyrs Walk. More on that, you can look up themartyrswalk.com or on social media, Instagram, the Martyrs Walk. But essentially, Hurricane Helene came through North Carolina about a month ago. A lot of devastation. And the biggest problem was that the flooding in the mountains, which you don't typically think of, but because of the inundation of the rain and the landslides, the mudslides, lots of creeks and valleys down there, and seeing almost 36 inches of rain in an hour, it wiped out Western North Carolina in many ways, off the map in a lot of cases. So that weekend, sitting in my house and watching the news, watching the weather, we're having, we didn't really have anything where we are in Rock Hill, and just almost having a sense of guilt, like, man, something's going on up there, and golly, I'm just, and interestingly enough, the next day, one of our brothers who had gone through the Martyrs Walk, he sent me a message and he said, hey, what do you think about trying to get some of the guys together and head up to the mountains and bring some supplies?
Love it.
And I thought, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. So we thought basically, what this was going to look like was that a few of us would pack up our trucks and get some bottled water and go up there, maybe with some chainsaws, and spend a few days up there. And we put a little donation spot out there and thought we'd raise a few $1,000s and be back. And from that, it turned into about a 12-man convoy.
Love it.
Including a 12-foot box truck that was donated by one of the local movers in Charlotte. And then we set up a GoFundMe, and we ended up, in the span of about a week or so, a little over a week, we were able to raise and supply and distribute over 50,000 pounds of supplies and equipment, ranging from water to fuel to socks and canned goods and whatever. And we also raised over $160,000 in a GoFundMe, which was remarkable. Could not believe how it took off. And so now we are just starting to write some checks back to the people of North Carolina, including a few churches up that way. We're helping people rebuild their houses. So we had one of our guys went up today, actually, and brought some checks up there to deliver to some of the folks, try and help people in whatever way we can. We are now a 501c3 organization. So not only are we doing the Martyrs Walk, which is, kind of the catalyst to going out and being the man, but also now this outward apostolate that we hope that we can continue to grow and assist people in other ways, whether it's, disaster relief or churches that are in need or areas or whatever, any number of things. We're kind of open to the Holy Spirit right now to kind of direct and guide us. But after the success we had with the Helene, we're really hoping that we can start making a difference.
Outstanding, brother. Is the GoFundMe page still live? If somebody wanted to make a donation to that?
There is. Yeah, the GoFundMe is still located on our website at themartyrswalk.com or on Instagram. It's showing that we met our goal of $150,000. So we're right now at about 160 and still running. We were listed with the Lepanto Institute. They listed the Cajun Navy, Samaritan's Purse, Operation Airdrop, and the Martyrs Walk listed right there. So
that's awesome.
It was pretty cool. Yeah,
that is very cool. Brother, I am so impressed by this. Like, I've been impressed with you from the start for a variety of reasons, but it went up a notch when you started the Martyrs Walk, this mission to engage men in what they were meant to do. But this is really impressive. And I'm impressed with you and those other people that kind of rallied together. And it wasn't, I mean, whatever you guys would have came up with supplies and some funds, but you guys did them both, and you're making sure that it gets to where it needs to go. And that in combination with what so many other people have done in this area toward those people in the western part of the state is just downright impressive, brother. Thank you. And folks, I want you to say a prayer of thanks for the Martyrs Walk, Jason Murphy and the other folks who helped him do that, because without this, those people would be struggling even more. And I'm sure you've seen some of the pictures and the videos and so forth. Jason, brother, we have run out of time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything you do for our faith. Thank you for coming on the show as often as you do, brother. I am so appreciative of you, and let's talk again soon, buddy.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me again, Doc. Look forward to it.
You got it. There you go, folks. Jason Murphy. I'm going to mention that again. If you want to give to this cause where they're helping the people in Western North Carolina because of Hurricane Helene, you can go to the martyrswalk.com. They have an Instagram page as well. There's a GoFundMe page. They've raised a lot of money, but there's still probably not just tens of thousands, but hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars more that are needed to really help these people fully recover. But every bit's going to help. So please go to the martyrswalk.com and help Jason in this mission.